So in this video, I'm going to show you how I make my cold process soap. I actually have I sell them on my website, and I do have an Amazon shop that I just opened, which these are going to be sold on. They're exclusive to Amazon. So I use a cold process. I use a cold soap process. There's hot process and the cold. Hot process, to be honest, it's you can do a lot of things as far as design. You know, the soap, you can, the colors, you can mix them the way you can design them. But it does take, you have to mix the ingredients. You have to be very safe. You have to put on safety goggles, gloves, everything. And it's something that I don't want to mess with because I do this in my kitchen. My dogs are around me. Sometimes my daughter helps me. So to me, the safest would be the cold process. Cold process soap is basically you buy your soap base. So this soap base is made out of honey. And you just melt it, and then you can add color to it, or you can add oils. Or you can also add, for example, if you want to do something to exfoliate, you can add sugar, sea salt, pink sea salt. Those are good for exfoliating. Also coffee, if you're doing a coffee-based soap, that's good for exfoliating. And this is soap, you melt it in 20-second intervals. So you will need the soap. Now, I got this off of a website called Wholesale Plus. They sell this soap in 2-pound blocks, 10-pound blocks, and I guess even larger. I get the 10-pound blocks. If you want to make some for yourself, you can also get the soap base off of Amazon, but it is a little bit more expensive. The 2-pound block, if you have Prime, you get Prime shipping free, but with tax, it can cost you almost $20. A 2-pound will not get you too far, but you can make, like I said, if you want to make soap for yourself, it's fine. But if you want to resell it, it's not really cost effective because 2 pounds of soap doesn't get you really as many soaps as you would like to sell. And if you do, it costs a lot more. So let's say, for example, if you get the 10-pound block at Wholesale Plus, which you also get free shipping I think they offer free shipping for anything over $100, I think. So anyway, if you want to sell this, it's better to get this at, another website where it sells it for less. You can also get soap base at Hobby Lobby, if there's one around you. Michael's, I don't know. I've never looked for soap there. I think they do, but I'm not sure how much it costs. And Hobby Lobby sometimes has it on sale. So anyway, so I'm going to make honey soap, pure honey soap. I'm going to add a honey scent. This is Get Suckered. Now this Get Suckered oil is really good. You can use it I use it for my lip glosses as well, and you can use it for soaps. It's fine. So I'm going to add a little bit more of a honey scent, and then I'm going to add a little bit of rose. So this is at getsuckered.com. You can get these little oils. You will need also a measuring cup to melt. Make sure it's glass to melt the soap, and a spatula to mix it. Now, when I make soaps that have sugar, salt, or anything like that, I use a mixer because it mixes everything really well. Oh, see, poppy seeds are also good for exfoliant. So I'm just opening here, but I use a mixer like this to mix it because it mixes a lot better, but I'm not going to do this for the honey. So you will need a glass. So make sure that whatever glass measuring cup you use specifically for soaps. Do not use it use it for soaps and then wash it and then try to use it for cooking. I don't recommend it. I don't know if you can really wash out all the soap, but just to be on the safe side, just use it for soaps. Just set that aside to use it for soaps. So I'm going to be adding real honey, and this is 100% pure honey. I get this in Monterrey, Mexico when I go visit. It's very inexpensive, and it's the purest honey you will get. Pure honey. And pure honey is very good for your skin, actually. So this is what I'm using. And of course you want to use gloves. I'm going to be using these molds. And it goes with a honey theme. I got these off of Amazon. Amazon has a lot of good, nice molds. So I got these off Amazon. Now, I don't know, because I have other molds and I know exactly how many cups of soap I need to fill them up. I don't know about this, so I'm going to do a test to see more or less how many cups or ounces I need. And then what I do is write it down in that way for if I want to do more of this honey soap, then I have it for reference. And then of course you want to use gloves for, just hygiene, I guess, I don't know, or you just want to use gloves. You can wash your hands, which I already did, and then you use gloves to do this. So you want, if you're going to get, even if you get the 2-pound or whatever soap base, you want to make sure to cut that into thin pieces, and that way it will, you won't have such a hard time. See, like this, it's long, but see how thin it is. You want to do it like this because it will take you less time to, to melt it. Now, one reason is because it melts faster. Another reason is because you do not want to overheat your soap, because if you do, then it will sweat. So let's say once you put it in, you pour it into the mold, and then you're ready to pack it up or whatever you're doing to the soap, it will start to sweat. So you don't want that. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start to more or less calculate how much soap I need. So I'm gonna melt this down and I'll come back. So here it is a little bit melted. You just wanna, I'll mix it a little bit, probably needs more. So I'm gonna calculate more or less 1 2/3 of a cup for these molds. I'm not sure. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 2 cups to see. But see, if you heat it up a little bit and you just mix it, then you can see it starts to melt. Oh, another thing, and I think I'm gonna need more soap. So another thing I wanted to mention that I forgot is if you want to add color to your soap, put this back in the microwave. I put 30-20-second intervals. If you want to add color, you can use mica powders. I got these off of Amazon. There's also called Mad Micas, another website called Mad Micas. They sell micas, really nice actually. And I do have some for when I make soaps, and you can also use it for lip glosses. But you can use that. These are safe for lips and for the skin. They're specifically designed to, for soaps and lip glosses, so it's cool. Okay, I've got more soap here. So again, I think this is the 2 cups that I need. So I'm going to go ahead and just continue to melt this. Again, you want to do it in 20 to 30 second intervals. You don't want it to overheat. So as you can see, it's starting to melt. Now, if I'm not using a mixer, but usually if it's this melted, you can use a mixer, and it will, let's say, make this process a little bit faster. Because now I have to go back into the microwave, put a little bit more just to get these chunks. These chunks of soap. The mixer will mix them in, and it's faster. So as you can see, this is the 2 cups. So I'm going to continue, and I'll come back once I'm finished melting all of this. Okay, so another 30 seconds, and that did the trick. So it's completely melted. If for some reason you're mixing in, it starts to get hard again, you can also, again, put it back in the microwave, and it will melt again. It's no big deal. It's just, you can reheat it, I guess, if you need to. Just don't overheat it. If you see smoke coming out of it, then you've gone too far as the cleaning goes. The melting goes. So I'm going to go ahead and add some of the honey. Oh, I forgot to put out my spoons. Okay. So I'm just gonna take, and it's just, there's no measurement. I just do it, I don't know, more or less what I feel is a good, you know, quantity or whatever. So there is them. So it will start to dissolve with the. Now, if I did this with the blender, which normally I would do, for some reason the soap turns white. I don't know why. It turns another color, I guess, because it's being blended differently. And I don't want that to happen to this because I want it to, you know, I want to keep the actual color because they're honey soaps. So see, more or less, that's pretty good. There's really not a way to tell you 1 teaspoon. Just measure it and, you know, go by, just play it by ear, you know. Okay, so it looks like that is a good, it's dissolved. And I'm going to take my honey oil. And if I can open it, okay, so this again, just depending on how much you want to add to it. You know, just, I kind of pour it in and, you know, see how it smells. I think that's, yeah. Besides, the honey smells a lot, this natural honey. So then I'm put a little bit of rose in there, just a scent. You can put rose petals in there. That's an exfoliant too. Oops, sorry. Put a little bit of rose. It doesn't smell bad, so it's a little bit of honey rose. I know a lot of people, I like the smell of honey rose. It smells more like honey, but sorry, I'm just rambling, I guess. Okay, so it is, I'm thinking I'm going to heat it up for a little bit, for another 10 seconds, because it's starting to get thick here. You don't want it to do that. So let me heat it up and I'll be back. Okay, so one thing you will also need is a little spray bottle and you would need alcohol. This is for when you pour in the soap, there'll be bubbles on the top, and this will, if you spray it on, it will eliminate the bubbles. And it doesn't compromise any of the ingredients of the soap or anything like that. It actually evaporates, so that's a good way to do that. And I have other molds here. Okay, so let's see. It's a little bit. Okay, yeah, it was getting a little bit. And that happens again. It's just reheat it, not too much. Okay, so let's see how many cups this actually mold is going to. I'm going to pour it. This is the first time I've used this mold, so I'm hoping it'll be nice. If you happen to if it spills over, let it dry and you can just scrape it off. Oh, actually, it took 2 cups for this mold. A little bit. Wow, okay, so now I know that this mold, goodness gracious, is 2 cups. Cool. So now that you pour that in, sorry if I'm bumping into the, just put some alcohol, get rid of the bubbles, and that's it. Yay. So 2 cups is the measurement for this mold. If you want to buy it on Amazon. And then just let it sit. Now, if you want this to harden a little bit quick, you know, faster, I guess is the word. You can put a fan on here, just not too close because it will start to wrinkle the peanut. It'll start to wrinkle the top of the soap. So you want to put it, probably leave it like that for like 20 minutes. And then if you want to, you can use a, just a regular fan and it will harden it a little bit faster. It's probably going to take anywhere from 3 to 4 hours, even more, depending. I just leave it there for several hours. So that's it. So that's the mold. I mean, that's the measurement, the 2 cups. So I'm going to continue to, I'm going to make 3 or more of these molds because I'm going to sell them as a set of 6. But that's it. So that was pretty easy. Anyway, so I will see if I make another soap video using mica powders and other stuff, so that way you can see the blender. If you want to see that, I guess I can, the next batch I'll make, I will do that, make another video. But anyway, if you have any questions, please email me. I hope you learned something new today, and thank you for watching.